Hey, what's up? It's Jared with State of Tech, and I have the top 5 reasons why you should go out and pick up an iPhone 10. Now, there's been a lot of reviews and stuff going around about the iPhone 10. People either love it or hate it, or maybe they're somewhere in between. But I wanted to give you some reasons why you might be so inclined to go and purchase one. So the first reason is going to be that iconic look, that iconic style that Apple brings to their devices. Now, I will be completely upfront and say that I was frustrated all the way up until the iPhone 8 with just the lack in change in style and design of that phone. I mean, it's like, when they don't update a particular car, they don't update it for like 10 years. It's the same car. You just want a style change. You want maybe, put a new spoiler on it or something, or change the rims or whatever. Apple didn't really change anything for several versions of the phone, yet they commanded that same price point. But with the iPhone 10, they brought a whole style change to it. They made it iconically different again from other phones, where a lot of Android phones all look the same and these days, and an iPhone, somehow they were able to make it look different again. I mean, sure, it's got that notch at the top, which doesn't really bother me at all, but it also has the rotated camera on the back, which, some could say, who cares? It's not a big deal. But the fact that it is different, it lets people know that you've got something different, that you've got something new. Before it was like, oh, you have the iPhone, everybody has an iPhone. And, I remember back when I got my first few iPhones, people would say, oh, is that an iPhone? Because it was something new. And, that faded off because everybody had an iPhone, and who cares? You have an iPhone. But now Apple was able to kind of get that back again with, redesigning the look and just the feel of the phone in the iPhone 10, giving it a new style that sticks out. Doesn't matter if you're looking at it from the front or the back, it's obviously an iPhone. And because they don't have that fingerprint scanner there on the front anymore, that iconic circle down at the bottom, you've got the notch at the top, which, love it or hate it, it's there. But it definitely makes your phone stick out, and people are going to notice. So the second thing is the display. The display is fantastic, and I've compared the display on this phone against the display on the Pixel 2 XL, which is another phone that I use, and really the iPhone display has just always been great. Sure, there are some good displays out there in the world of Android, but the iPhone 10's display is just top notch. It always is. Every display gets a little bit better and a little bit better, and they didn't disappoint in the iPhone 10 here. Going into the third reason, the screen size to body ratio of the phone is amazing. I love the fact that I'm getting a larger size phone in a smaller form factor. The iPhone 7 Plus, the 6S Plus, those big giant iPhone phones, the Note 8 from Galaxy, those giant bigger phones, I'm getting the same screen size in something much smaller that's around the size of the smaller version of those phones, which is great. I love that. This phone is much more pocketable. I can reach more of the phone with my hand without straining or accidentally almost dropping my phone. I just love the screen size to body ratio on this phone. It's fantastic. Number 4 is Face ID and that stuff. I mean, Face ID is pretty cool. It's worked out really well for me. There's really only been a few situations where it hasn't worked, and that's when, half of my face was being covered up. There was one instance where I was laying on my pillow, probably a third of my face was into the pillow, and obviously it didn't unlock. But it doesn't matter whether it's been bright daylight or pitch black room or just nice average everyday lighting, or even sitting here with 2 lights on my face. Face ID unlocks every single time. And the animojis are silly, and they are kind of dumb, but I've definitely had fun sending those to my wife, sending them to my kids. Every now and then I'll do an animoji directed to one of my kids, and my wife will show them the message. And it's just kind of fun. It's just something fun to kind of change it up. up. It uses my voice, but it's an animated character, and it just gives them something to laugh about instead of it just being a video of me. And so it's kind of fun. I've had a little bit of fun with it. It's not something that's changing my life. It's not like maybe a main reason to go out and buy an iPhone 10, but it definitely, in combination with Face ID and some of the things that I think will be coming using, the AR technology that, the iPhone 10 is opening the world up to, I think it's going to be pretty cool. And so the fifth and final is the cameras. We've got dual cameras on the back. They're both stabilized, which means shooting video, whether you're on the wide or the more zoomed in camera, you're getting stabilized footage, which is going to help you record better videos. It's going to help you take better photos. And then you also have 4K at 60p for those of you who like to shoot higher end footage, than the 4K, and then also have the 60p, which means you can create some cool slow motion or get better action footage. So that 4K, this is more of a future-proof phone because of those things. A lot of us are going out and buying 4K TVs, and so having 4K at 60p means having really nice, crisp video footage to play back on that TV of yours, or modern computer that shoots in 4K. So that's going to do it for my 5 reasons why you would pick up an iPhone 10. Yes, it's a little more expensive. Yes, people are on maybe one side of the fence or other with this phone, but I think that if you are in the camp of wanting an iPhone, this is definitely the best iPhone that's out there. Even though it's a little bit more expensive, it does have some features that I think make it worth it. I've named those off, and if they apply to you, click the link in the description below. There's a couple links to where you could pick up iPhones. Definitely, there are some in stock on Amazon, I found, so make sure to check out the links below, as well to a few accessories that I find super useful for my iPhone 10. So thanks so much. If you want to see the 5 reasons why I think you should not buy an iPhone 10, either right now or maybe not at all, definitely check out the link below to get to that video as well. Click on that subscribe button to get access to more videos. When we put them out, you'll get notified. And thanks so much for watching this video. We hope to see you back here soon.